Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're taking a look at a computer case, the Silent Base 802 by bequiet. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, the Silent Base 802 is marketed as a premium computer case. It's an ATX mid-tower featuring 3 PureWings 2 fans, interchangeable top cover, and interchangeable front covers to switch between maximum airflow and silence. The I/O panel is on the top front of the case with a fan controller, and yes, that's a USB 3.2 Gen 2 port. For full disclosure, bequiet sent me this case for a fair and honest review. When I first saw this case, it was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's 21.7 inches tall, 21.2 inches long, and 11 inches wide. The top panel on this is held on by magnets, which makes it extremely easy to switch between the silent and airflow version, especially if you have a top-mounted radiator. The bottom of this case is also fully open for airflow. The right side of this case features a ton of access to cable management. It also features the fan speed controller as well as access to underneath the shroud. The shroud hides the PSU and pretty much anything else you got under the computer. The other side of the case features a huge opening in order to work. There's not really anything that would obstruct what you're trying to do. If you didn't know already, I have this case sitting on its backside. The left side, right side, and top panels feature a foam on them to help dampen sound. Installing the motherboard in this case was pretty simple and straightforward. There's a ton of room in here. There's a ton of space on the inside of this case for either a front-mounted or top-mounted water cooler. I'm installing a 360mm AIO. Assembling the full computer in the case went forward without any hiccups. Now to compare the noise levels between the Silent Base 802 and a much cheaper case. This is the Corsair 275R. I've replaced the front fans with 140mm Noctuas to try to keep the noise down. First and foremost, the build quality here is very good. I was really impressed with the quality of the parts and the quality of the case overall. Assembling the PC inside of this case was extremely easy. There was a ton of room to work around, there was a ton of room for cable management, and I didn't really have any issues fitting any parts. I like the position of the ports on the top of the case, and I really like the fan speed controller. By default, it controls the case fans, but you can also have it control the computer fans if you want. The fact that it's extremely easy to change the front and top panels between airflow and silenced is a huge plus. This case was extremely quiet when I was using an air cooler or a front-mounted water cooler. When I used a top-mounted water cooler, you could hear the noise of the fans a little bit. When comparing the temperatures inside the computer, I compared apples to apples, so I used the Corsair 275R with an air cooler as the base. Then I compared it to the Silent Base 802 in airflow mode using an air cooler. And then I took a look at the Silent Base 802 using an air cooler in silent mode. The Silent Base 802 comes in both black and white colors. The version I tested out had no window, but there is a window version in both black and white. If you're going for a silent setup though, I'd recommend avoiding the window version and just getting a version with both panels, because both panels have sound dampening. The window doesn't. The Silent Base 802 goes for $159.99 for either the black or white versions with full panels. The window version in either black or white will cost you $10 more. Now as to whether or not I'd recommend the bequiet Silent Base 802, and this will be completely situational. Overall, I think it's a fantastic case and I do highly recommend it. but at the same time, you have to make sure you know what you're getting into. If you're looking for a case that'll pretty much do it all, then this is an amazing case. You can switch between airflow and silent modes. There's a ton of space to work around in there. The case is built well, it looks good, and it's priced competitively. Most importantly, it's extremely quiet, provided you're not using a top-mounted water cooler. If you're buying this to be a quiet case and you're using a top-mounted water cooler, you can pretty much get away with any other case because you're going to hear those fans. Also, if you're looking for a small case, this is not a small case, it's a huge case. So if space is a concern, you might want to double check before picking this one up. But yes, overall, this is a fantastic case, and it's actually my favorite case from bequiet. I have the Darkbase Pro 900 Rev 2, and I think this case is even better. If you're a content creator and you're looking for a more quiet setup, or if you just want a quiet setup in general and don't want to hear the computer make a whole lot of noise, this is an amazing case to check out. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Huge shout out to bequiet for providing this case for a fair and honest review. Let me know your thoughts on the Silent Base 802 in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.